one of the questions that people ask or are asking is if Gal Gadot's coming back as Wonder Woman or if they're doing another Wonder Woman. And this goes back to my point of it's interesting that the slate of DC Universe movies is taking place in different time periods because we've got the announcement of a show called Paradise Lost, which is going to take place in Themyscira before Wonder Woman. Here's what James Gunn had to say. Paradise Lost is a story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. Going on, he said, it's going to be a Game of Thrones story about Themyscira, the home of the Amazons and the birthplace of Wonder Woman. This drama is really about the political intrigue behind the society of all women. How did that come about, says Saffron. What's the beautiful truths and the ugly truths behind all of that? And what's the scheming like between all the power players in that society, adds Gunn. The series will take place before the birth of Diana, aka Wonder Woman. That should say deadline because that's where I got that quote from. This show sounds fascinating. This show almost doesn't even sound like a superhero show. Like this of all the shows, this is one of my more intriguing ones. Like I want to see this. I want to see how this society can. That was one of the things that I liked about the first Wonder Woman so much was when we were on Themyscira. I wanted more time in Themyscira. I shouldn't say this probably won't be that Themyscira because at this point, who knows? It could be that same Themyscira, but
you never know.
The fact that he's like saying like it's Game of Thrones ish, it's all about political intrigue with a woman, like this just and it's a drama. This just sounds like a really really fascinating show. What do you think of Paradise Lost, man?
It sounds great, man. I mean, obviously, I didn't really get that much into Game of Thrones, but just hearing that and me watching House of the Dragon, which is a prequel to that Game of Thrones, so I kind of get that scope and feel of it. If they say it's going to be like Game of Thrones ish, so I'm like, okay, I kind of see what you're doing, and you said, and you just said that it doesn't feel like a superhero show.
Yeah,
That's
it's almost
like just not feeling like it's so focused like on the superhero like babble that people are just gonna be like, oh, we need more superhero stuff. Stop. Sometimes we need some time to back up a bit and not be so hard on the superhero stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I get what you're saying. And going on to that point about it not being too much of a superhero feeling show, the setting, the environment, the way that they're setting this up, at least in this quote, it's like the closest to kind of like a medieval kind of show that they could have. Like it doesn't even feel like it would be like modern day.
So basically, like because like you said, and saying against Game of Thrones is, so it basically be like in that Game of Thrones era, basically.
Mm-hmm. And
in a lot of ways,
it's also interesting that they're setting this before the birth of Wonder Woman because at least in the Wonder Woman movie, I don't know how they play it now in the DCU, but the women all kind of got along. It was kind of like a utopia kind of feeling. So to go before that and to see maybe the development of how that came to be, but before it was more bloodshed and throats cut and backstabs.
It was more of a darker place by then.
Yeah, I'm really
I want to see
to get
that,
into that.
like not just being like, oh, we all get along here. No, come on, we need to at least see some conflict, because that's what I like in stuff like this. Getting to see a little bit more conflict and like why it's happening like this.
Absolutely, but what's cool about this show too is that you could have the swords and sandals fights and have them on horses and have like really cool action, but you could also have like really psychological and politically filled conflicts.
Yeah.
And if the writing is there, if the dialogue is strong, this could be like even an Emmy contender type show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but again, it depends on like how they're going to execute it though, because sometimes you don't know, because it's brought to its fullest potential, but then you don't know how they're going to execute it.
Absolutely, everything comes down to execution. But I mean, I have faith in them. It sounds like they have a clear idea of what they want the show to be.
Yeah,
this one sold me. I got pretty hyped on this one. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Paradise Lost? Are you excited for it? Would you rather just have a Wonder Woman movie? Comment down below. Let us know all your thoughts and opinions. and let's take a look at what you guys are saying.